Guys, I'm on day 9 in a row, and you know what? Filling 3 or 4 breaks a week is not very difficult for me to do with the good supporters I have, but trying to do breaks all week is a little more challenging. So we got here. So I appreciate all you guys. Empty box. Now hopefully we'll get some nice hits in here. And we've had some weird patterns. The last couple boxes we've had the prism insert has been the same as the non-prism insert. So we'll see if that continues today. Good luck, everybody. PS2, Stewart, Wilson, CJ, Olakun, Allstott, Saquon, Chris Jones on the silver for KC, Garrett Wilson for the Jets, Baker, Eric All, and Njoku, Bo. Oh, see, it's different this time. Bo Nix on the Emergent, Will Levis on the Fireworks, and a Mason Smith for the Jags to start us off. All right. Now, the other pattern we had was when the prism in one pack becomes the regular insert in the next. So that would be Will Levis. So if we get a Will Levis regular Fireworks in the next pack, we'll have that pattern. We'll see. And if he isn't, then we have a rare no pattern box. Boomer, Lamb Jack, Josie Jewell, Adrian Peterson, Zamir White, Scary Terry, Hines Ward. We got DJ Moore on the silver. Bell for the Patriots on the green. Romeo, Sauce Gardner, Theo Johnson for the Giants. Josh Jacobs, and a JJ. So we don't even have a pattern this time. How about that? JJ on the prismatic prism. And a Devin Culp going to Tampa Bay. All right. Hey, Mrs. Wise Guy, we're breaking. We're full and running. Hey, Dylan. All right. I got so used to the patterns on these, it's weird not to know what's coming next. Barry, Jamar Chase, AJ Terrell, Rashawn Gary, John Jefferson, Kendre Miller, Witherspoon, Cooper DeJean on the silver. We like that for sure. Josh Cribbs, Sneed, Jalen Wright for the Dolphins, Terrell Suggs, Adunze on the prismatic, Jonathan Taylor on the prism break, and a Ricky Pearsall. We can work with that. How you doing, Dylan? Yeah, Mr. Primo is running with Jaden Daniels this morning, so we'll see if Jaden shows up today. I'll tell you, Drake May has dominated my breaks for the past couple weeks, so we'll see. Cribbs, James Cook, Cortland Sutton, Pittman, Javon Holland, Parcells, Tajay. We got Chris Johnson for the Titans on the silver, Andy Reid, Khalil Mack, Russell Wilson, Estime on the red, white, and blue for Denver, DK, a little Drake May on the Fireworks Prism. We approve. And a Jamari Thrash for Cleveland. Oka. See, I'm working on my Primo imitation. That wasn't too bad. I thought that was pretty good. Muhammad, Connor, Chase Brown, Baselli, Brissett, Big Play Slay, Gino. We got Jordan Love on the silver for Green Bay. Treylon Burks, Earl Campbell, Chris Jenkins for the Bengals, Jarrett Stidham, little Bo Nix Fireworks, There's Michael Penix. Green Emergent, we approve. And a Will Shipley with a kid reporter for good measure. All right, well, the QBs seem to be popping out. We like that. Who are we missing? We're missing Jaden and Caleb. So hopefully they join the party next. Javante, Shaq Thompson, Andre Ware, Crosby, Achane, Burns, Brad Johnson, Gardeck on the silver for Arizona, Sweat for the Titans, AR, Fred Warner, DJ James for Seattle on the red, white, and blue, Keon Coleman Emergent, we like, DJ Moore on the hype, and Johnny Wilson. I think the Eagles get more last card of the pack hits than any other team. Seems like it's always an Eagle. All right, we got Zay, Bland, BB, Bo, Joe, Debo, Dexter Jackson. We got Anthony Gould on the silver going to Indy. Jamar Chase on the green. K. Dotton. All right, Lad McConkey, red, white, and blue. Nice hit. Chargers. Julius Peppers. TJ Watt on the fireworks. Xavier Worthy, green emergent. We like that too, KC. And Malik Washington for the Dolphins with a kid reporter. Good pack. Yeah, we approve of that. Ah, Michael, you had both those teams. Nice, Michael. That's good, especially old Lad. We like that. Hendrickson, Brian Jordan, Elliott, Cooper Kupp, Randy Moss, A.J. Brown, Dotson, Seymour on the silver for New England, Etienne on the green, Christian Kirk, Joe Namath, Edwards going to the Steelers, little Brock Bowers emergent, we like, Dak Prescott on the hype, and Devontae Walker for Baltimore. Still looking for Caleb and Jaden. Shakir, Mims, Tyson Bagent, Adams, Matt LeFleur, Palomalu, Olave, Sam Darnold on the silver, Cam Chancellor, Eddie George, Bell for New England, Kyler Murray, Jordan Love on the hype. Hey, Prismatic Prism, Jaden Daniels. Okay. Roma Dunze for the Bears. All right, so Jaden's here. Nice hit, Primo. Hopefully the first of many. The first of many. Trey McBride, Corey Dillon, Henry, Stafford, Franklin, Charbonnet, Aaron Rodgers, Ed McCaffrey on the silver for Denver, Nate Wiggins for Baltimore, TJ, George Pickens, Sweat for the Titans, Marshawn Lloyd, Prismatic, Ricky Williams on the Portals Prism, and Jatavian Sanders going to Carolina. Micah, Herman Moore, T. Higgins, Chubb, Mahomes, Hopkins, Blankenship, little Kool-Aid on the silver going to the Saints, A.J. Terrell, Wes Welker, Jackson for the Titans, Kirk Cousins upside down. Thanks, Kirk. We got Joe Montana on the portals, and Stephon Diggs fireworks prism with, hey, there's Caleb showing up at the end there on the base. So I think they all showed up now. I think that was all of them. But we're going to need more than a base. Andre Rison, Dak, Kincaid, Ramondre, Daniel Carlson, Bobby, Phil Simms. We got Kenneth Walker on the silver for Seattle, Justin Jefferson, Dante Hall, Joe Horn, Max Melton for Arizona, Derrick Henry on the fireworks. Hey, Jaden. I knew you would keep coming back for us. Green Emergent, Jaden. Braden Fisk going to the Rams. And another kid reporter. Hey, good morning, Shaft. Welcome in. All right. How about we'll take a second here and we'll do this bonus box I added in. So, good luck, guys. Been a while since I opened one of these things. Empty box. Just added this on the free. So hopefully we get a little nice free hit in here. All right, I think we got base. If I remember right, it's a lot of base. Base. All right. Tanner McKee for the Eagles. Austin Hooper for the Raiders. Saquon for the Giants. Javonte for Denver. We got George Kittle on the Prismatic. Tony Pollard Emergent. That was a pretty non-exciting box. Well, I tried, guys. That was added for free. We tried. He gets a timeout for that. That sad showing. Timeout for you. Except we'll let you see if you can redeem yourself. I guess if we're going to have a box like that, you want to add it in for the free, right? You didn't want to pay for that one. Empty box. All right, good luck, everybody. I tried, Mr. Dangerous. I tried. All right. AR. Tua. Derek Carr on the captain in charge for the Saints. We got Rome Odunze and Brock Bowers showing up today. Yeah, it sure would be nice to see a downtown today. Yes, it would. Give me a second here. I'm always a little disheveled when Mrs. Wise Guy's not here to help me. All right. We got Tyreek. We got Justin Jefferson. We got Kenneth Walker. This one's numbered 110 out of 199 for Seattle. Luke McCaffrey and a Drake May. Take a Drake May. Nick Chubb. Our auto's coming up here. We got Josh Allen. Keon Coleman. How about that? Last team magic. 168 out of 199. There you go, Fred. Last team magic. Sweet. We like that. Marshawn Lloyd and a Bo Nix. Never underestimate last team magic. Hey, what's up, Terry? Appreciate those likes. Very much. All right, come on, last pack. You can still have something good here for us. Please, 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 please. Please, please. Alexander Burra. We got Luke McCaffrey on the pink. Malik Neighbors showing up, and a Joe Milton. Yeah, I hope you're doing good, Terry. Happy Saturday. All right. We'll end on that optic again. Resurgence time. 3 autos, including an RPA. So, let's see what Resurgence has for us today. I showed you guys that Brad McConkey yesterday, the gold. I would love to see a QB, though, today. Yes, I would. All right, empty box. Good luck, everybody. Flutie Flakes, Mike Singletary, Troy, JJ. We got Terry Bradshaw. That is 115 out of 149. Going to Pittsburgh. Jermaine Burton, Circuit Breakers, Blake Corum, and a Drake May. Keon Coleman auto. Papa. Keon Coleman on the auto. It was last team magic. Hey, Scotty. Dan Marino, Brian Dawkins, Drew Brees, Frank Gore, Bob Greasy, Will Levis, 110 out of 275 on the Extra Mayo Voltaic for the Titans, with a Trey Benson and a Chris Jenkins. Yeah, Dylan, make sure you report back to Primo that he hit this sweet Will Levis. He will probably do cartwheels. Jamal Charles, Fred Taylor, Brett Favre, Newsome, Roman Wilson on the refractor. We got Steve Young conductors. There's our boy Michael Pratt and a Xavier Worthy. And keep your eyes peeled. As soon as we pull a Michael Pratt, Mike Pratt usually shows up in the comments. He's always out there lurking, so I expect him anytime now. Bryce Young, Ray Lewis, Boomer, Drew Bledsoe on the refractor. All right, that's a great way to start it. Marvin Harrison Jr. on the auto. We like that. We like that a lot. We had old Arizona today. Michael. Nice hit, Michael. Yes, yes, yes. All right. We approve. We approve. All right. We also had an Emmett Smith Glimmer and Gleam for the boys. Lad McConkey in there and a Malachi Corley. All right. I'm not sure what to expect now from the RPA when we start with a Marvin Harrison Jr. auto. What does it mean? Anyone got a prediction on that? I just don't know. Joe Thomas, Freeman, Peyton Manning, Dan Fouts. We got Trevin Wallace for Carolina. That is 229 out of 249 for the Panthers. Conductors Brett Favre for the Vikings. Tyrese Knight for Seattle and a Ben Sinnott. There we go, Landon. Carolina can't stay quiet for too long. You think Spencer Rattler? It could happen. We will not rule that out. I believe that is the RPA, so we'll let that marinate. We'll let that marinate back there. Xavier Legette. That's not a bad guess either. I'd be curious to see what our next auto is. Aaron Donald, Jones Drew, Terrell Davis, Munez, Chris Braswell on the refractor for Tampa Bay, Jalen Polk Circuit Breakers, Bullard, and Estime for Denver. Yeah, I suppose this next auto will say a lot. Why are there backwards cards? I don't know what's going on. Okay, Doug Williams, he is just being a rebel. McMahon, Andre Reed, CJ. We got Sterling Sharp on the refractor. Ooh, is that gold? Lad McConkey gold, 32 out of 50 on the circuit breakers. How about that? Lad McConkey gold. We like that. Ray Davis and Darius Robinson. All right. Yeah, the Chargers. Michael, you're tearing it up. Michael is on a roll today. Yeah, we'll always take. We just hit a gold McConkey RPA last night. McConkey on fire. This McConkey's on fire. Torrey Holt, Gronk, Strahan, McNabb, Thurman Thomas. That is 127 out of 275. We like. Kurt Warner on the conductors, Eichenberg, and a Tyke Smith. A little more last team magic for Buffalo. Palomalu, Eric Dickerson, AR, Elway. Look at that. Bucky Irving, 74 out of 99. How about that, Tampa Bay? Kip. I don't know if Kip's in here, but he wanted a Bucky Irving auto, and he got one. That's awesome. Bucky out of 99. That is sweet. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to get now. I mean, Bucky Irving and a Marvin Harrison Jr. What's left? Terrell Davis on the Glimmer and Gleam for Denver. Fatanu and a Bub for the Saints. I hope you got something, Chris Saxon. I hope you got something in there. All right. Well, we've gotten 2 great autos, so I am slightly nervous about the RPA. They usually try to balance things, so I don't know what we're in for now. Staubach, Smith, Kelly, Ogden. We got Carte on the refractor. We got Bradshaw, Glimmer and Gleam, Patrick Paul for the Dolphins, and a Braden Fisk for the Rams. I am a little nervous. Nice, Kersaxon. I always love hearing people get something out of those packs. Taylor, Archie Manning, Bo Jackson, Mean Joe Green, Champ Bailey on the refractor, Bryce Young, Voltaic for Carolina, Jacob Cowing, and a Luke McCaffrey. And it comes down to this, my friends. What are we going to get? Marvin Harrison Jr. auto. Bucky Irving auto out of 99. What are they going to give us? I'm scared. I got to admit, I'm a little scared. I'll do a recap after this. Oh, shoot, we still got another box. I'm so used to ending on these boxes. We're not done yet. Okay, good luck, everybody. Eli, Tim Brown, Bradshaw, Largent. We got Anthony Gould for Indy. Graham Barton. Malik Neighbors on the Voltaic. We like that. Giants. All right, come on. What can you do? Player worn. Blake Corum. That's not bad considering what we've had. 61 out of 125 for the Rams. All right, Rams. Sweet. I am pleased. That's a solid box all the way around. Excellent. Yeah, that's not bad. That's going to T-Corb. Nice hit, T-Corb. I got to admit, that's one of the best all-around boxes I've seen. Yeah, Blake Corum on the RPA. Bucky Irving out of 99. Marvin Harrison Jr. That is solid stuff. Yeah, I'm used to seeing Sua Mataya. I'm kind of bummed that he didn't show up, so I couldn't try to pronounce his name. Sua Mataya. Keep working on it till we get it. All right. Now we're up to the last box. Two more autos in here, guys. Good luck. I'll do a recap after this. If you had a rough one, I'm on your side. Empty box. All right, come on. We need a QB auto. We got some good autos. We need a QB, right? All right, good luck, everybody. We're starting off with a Kelsey. We got Aaron Jones. Jared Goff. He's numbered. We'll see what that is in a second. Well, you know what? We'll pull from the back. That's what we'll do. We got Jalen Hurts on the MVP. That's pretty sick. Oh, for the Titans. Jaquan Jackson. We had a Titans auto the other day, too. Titans live in here.
Titans live here?
Yes. That's going to Primo. And Jonathan Brooks for Carolina on the on-card. There you go. And the Goff was 40 out of 49 on the Jared Goff for the Lions. Yeah, Landon. You always got to keep hope alive till the end. Yeah, Scotty, the RPA was Blake Corum. The other autos were Marvin Harrison Jr. and Bucky Irving. And give me a second here, guys. I'll do a recap. That's pretty solid. Pretty solid break, we're going to say. Although we did not get a QB again. I really wanted one today. Maybe tomorrow. They can't hide forever. Appreciate you guys. And again, once I sort all this, we'll see where everybody stands. All right, let's see how we got here. All right, we have the Jonathan Brooks auto for Carolina. Not numbered. Jared Goff was out of 49 for Detroit. Jaquan Jackson on the auto for the Titans. Malik Neighbors. Keon Coleman auto out of 199 for Buffalo. Bo Nix. Kenneth Walker out of 199. Drake May. Brock Bowers. Jaden on the green emergent. Caleb. Jaden Daniels on the prismatic prism. Brock Bowers emergent. Lad McConkey red, white, and blue. Xavier Worthy green emergent. Keon Coleman emergent. Bo Nix fireworks. Michael Penix green emergent. Drake May on the prism fireworks. Cooper DeJean on the silver prism. JJ on the prismatic prism. Bo Nix emergent. Malik Neighbors voltaic. Bucky Irving auto out of 99. 74 out of 99. Lad McConkey gold. 32 out of 50. Trevin Wallace out of 249 for Carolina. Lad McConkey. Marvin Harrison auto for Arizona. Xavier Worthy. Will Levis was out of 275. Drake May. We have Blake Corum on the RPA 61 out of 125 for the Rams. Thurman Thomas out of 275 for Buffalo. And a Terry Bradshaw out of 149 for Pittsburgh.